Hey, what's up, guys? Spencer Rhodes here. So, it's pretty much been confirmed that Danai Gurira, I'm probably butchering her last name, but it's just hard to pronounce her last name. I'm afraid I'm going to just like slobber all over the place and hurt my chin or something if I try to pronounce her last name correctly. I just can't do the tongue rolling stuff very well, but Danai Gurira, the actress that, let's just call her Danai. Danai, Michonne's actress, she's leaving in The Walking Dead Season 10. The Walking Dead Season 10 will most likely be her last season. Now, what we know so far is that she's going to be in a handful of episodes in Season 10, probably the first 4 or 5 or whatever, and then her character is going to exit the series and join Rick in the movie trilogy. Which, you know, as far as Michonne's character and her story goes, it doesn't fit. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever for Michonne to be doing that. If you watch what they're doing with her story right now in Season 9, with her relationship with Daryl and RJ and Judith, why the fuck would she just disappear? And I feel like she's honestly the closest thing to a main character that we have right now. She really kind of felt like she was the main, like she's the main character. I know it doesn't really have a main character anymore because Rick's gone, but I kind of got that vibe that Michonne became the main character. Maybe it's just right after Rick got taken away by the helicopter, we got that 10-minute monologue from Michonne in episode 6. That kind of made me feel like Michonne's the main character. It sure as hell isn't Daryl, and it's not Carol. You know, maybe it could be Judith eventually, but not really right now. She's just not old enough to be the main character. I felt like it was going to be Michonne, but apparently Michonne is leaving in Season 10. And as far as a story type of thing, or you know, something for the character, it doesn't fit. It doesn't make sense. And it's not for the story. It's not for the character. It's not for us as the fans. This isn't for us. You know, our interests aren't being looked out for when it comes to Michonne exiting the series. It's about real life stuff with the actress, with AMC. You know, real life stuff. You know, we might be watching The Walking Dead as an escapism, you know, to get away from our real life problems. But real life problems are causing the characters to leave the show because real life problems are causing the actors to leave the show. And Danai, I believe, is pretty much deciding to leave the show. I think she wants to pursue other things, and she just kind of said, you know, fuck it, fuck The Walking Dead, fuck the fans, I'm out of here. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I don't know, but it is what it is. It's happening. She's leaving. Michonne's not going to be in the back half of Season 10, most likely. You know, she's going to be gone. So the question is, you know, what now? You know, what's the future of The Walking Dead going to be like without Michonne? I mean, it really kind of seemed like they were trying to make like Daryl, Carol, Michonne, Judith like the overall main leads. So now it's just Carol, Daryl, and Judith. So yeah, it's an interesting question. I think they can do it. I think they can continue The Walking Dead. You know, some people might think, I mean, we're losing so many characters, Rick, Maggie, Michonne. Maybe The Walking Dead should just get canceled. I mean, as long as AMC is making money, they're not going to want to cancel it. The Walking Dead is AMC's cash cow. It's not about artistic direction or creativity or, you know, being true to the story or being true to the characters or even really giving the audience what they want. It's about the money. The Walking Dead is what made AMC super rich. They're not going to want to cancel it. As long as the money's there, and it is there because it's making enough money, AMC's not going to want to cancel it. You know, some people are saying end it in Season 12. That's a good enough endpoint, I'd say. That gives us another 3.5 seasons of the story for it to have a proper conclusion. Some people want 16 seasons. Some people want 20 seasons. I feel like at least 12, you know, maybe 13. And I think at this point, yeah, I mean, you know, they've introduced a lot of new characters, you know, Magna, you know, Yumiko, Connie. Some of these characters could easily, I'd say, you know, take up some of the empty space that was left behind by Rick and Maggie and now Michonne in the near future. She's going to be leaving behind a lot of empty space. I think characters like Aaron could step up. Ezekiel, if he survives his comic death, he could step up. Maybe Rosita, if she survives her comic death, could step up. If they keep Tara alive, she could. I mean, she's kind of stepping up right now. She's pretty much the leader of Hilltop. You know, she could step up. It's kind of a shame that they killed off Jesus. I feel like Jesus was a character that could have worked as someone that got a bigger part. After, you know, Andrew Lincoln and Lauren Cohan leaving and everything, I feel like Jesus was a character that could have stepped up. Because Tom Paine was a very capable actor. Jesus was just not really written very well, and he was getting better in season 9. So it's just kind of a shame what ended up happening to him. It was a good death, but I can't help but feel like now that we're losing Michonne, golly, it would have been nice if we still had Jesus. Maybe we can keep Ezekiel. I don't know. I'm just gonna believe that we're gonna see Rosita and Ezekiel's walker heads on spikes until I'm proven wrong by the episode. Until then, I'm just gonna believe it because I don't want to be caught off guard. You know, I don't know. But let's assume that Ezekiel and Rosita get their comic deaths. They die this season. And we're getting the heads on spikes this season. So assuming that Ezekiel and Rosita die this season, who do we got? We got Negan. So yeah, I'd say at this point, I mean, I don't like Negan that much. He killed my man Abraham. Some of his dialogue just didn't work for me. I have a lot of respect for Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and I feel like Negan is a character that, you know, with all these other characters like Rick leaving, yeah, maybe Negan should step up. You know, with the, you know, once the Commonwealth happens, the Commonwealth aren't going to give a shit about Negan killing Glenn or killing Abraham or the things that Negan did. I believe the Commonwealth would give Negan a fresh start. So maybe that's what ends up happening. Negan joins the Commonwealth. And then if Negan joins the Commonwealth, what can Daryl do about it? What can Carol do about it? What can Judith do about it? The Commonwealth might protect Negan. They might say, look, I don't care what Negan did. We're going to give this guy a fresh start. You can't lock him up in your little prison again. He's a part of our community now. You know, something to that effect. Or maybe, I don't know. It's hard to imagine Negan like being a part of Alexandria or being a part of Hilltop. I just don't see them ever forgiving him enough for the things he did to let him be a part of the community. They'll let him fight in the Whisper War because at that point he's just a soldier, a useful tool, you know, possibly someone that could be a casualty instead of someone else. But if Negan survives the Whisper War, you know, what then? Like I said, he could join the Commonwealth. He could, I don't know, maybe Judith is the one that convinces everyone else to give Negan a true chance. I mean, he did serve 18 years locked up. There's Gabriel. Oh, I almost forgot about Gabriel. Gabriel is a good character that could step up, you know, with all these other characters leaving. Gabriel is a good character that could step up. The actor Seth Gillian, is that how you say his name? Or is it Gilliam? Seth Gillian? He's a very strong, capable actor. I could see Gabriel as a character that could have a major role for the rest of the series. You know, especially with like I said, these characters that are leaving, you know, prematurely. You know, Gabriel's a character that could get a bigger part. Who else? You know, Magna, Yumiko. That's about it as far as the characters we have right now. I'd say Enid, but she sucks. Yeah, just kill her off. Yeah, I mean you know, Eugene's Eugene. I mean, they can keep Eugene, I guess. You know, I don't really like him, but he's just kind of, I don't know. He's just kind of a character that can just stay on the show. I mean, he can just keep doing what he's been doing. being unlikable and staying on the show anyway. He's been doing that for 6 years now in real life. The past 6 seasons, Eugene has just sort of stayed and stuck around, and he's a cockroach. He survives no matter what. That's interesting enough. They can keep Eugene around. But yeah, I mean, beyond that, they can introduce new characters and develop them. But I'd rather them just try to focus on what's left. Introduce new characters, but just have some of these characters that's left. Have them step up in the wake of Michonne, Rick, Maggie's absences. Have them step up, and then slowly develop new characters, and then eventually the new characters can step up a little bit. I'm thinking that's the best course, because The Walking Dead's not going anywhere. It's not getting canceled next year. It's not getting canceled the year after. Even if it just comes down to money, it's still not going to get canceled, because AMC is a business. They're in it for the money. As long as it's making money, they're not going to cancel it. And, so I think, just have different characters step up. Judith could eventually become the main lead. Once the actress gets older and she's, like 15 or whatever, she could become the main character of the show, and, handle more darker portions of the story. Right now she's been kind of lighthearted. Her banter with Negan's just kind of lighthearted. That's because the actress is like 10 or whatever. But once she gets older, she could it's like Clementine. Once Clementine got older and older and older, she became the main character, and she handles really dark stuff like villains and stuff like that. They can do that with Judith. So yeah, as long as they don't make Daryl the main character. Daryl is not lead character material. He can't be the main character. Look, I don't care if they keep Daryl. Keep Daryl. I get it. He's Daryl. He's always been there. He's the only guy that's always been there. He really does need to stay, because he's just one of the very, very few pieces of season 1 that's still in the show. And you need pieces of season 1, I believe. You always need some little pieces of season 1 to stick around. And Daryl is one of those very last remaining pieces. Pretty much just him and Carol. So yeah, they need to stay. But I don't want Daryl to be the guy that gets all the lines and all the screen time, and he's basically the main character. I don't want that. But yeah, I mean, it sucks that Michonne's leaving. It sucks that we're losing her. But I do believe that the show can carry on if they just take these certain types of steps. And like I said, hey, I'm an aspiring actor. I'll be on The Walking Dead. You don't have to pay me much. I'll just be like a background extra guy. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now we are at 363 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 400 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts. Every bit of support matters and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we will eventually get to that goal of 400. We're getting pretty close. Can't wait for that. But with all that said, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.